Today is day 5 in our tarot card story, and we are having our Knight of Cups in reverse. So this is actually our first reversed card in our tarot story, popping up in day 5. So immediately we are dealing with a trickster energy. Someone is not telling the truth here. So from the Wheel of Fortune and the success that we had from yesterday, this energy is kind of like someone smiling, yet knowing that they are holding a lie. It's important to remember that this is only reflecting a dishonesty a person might have towards themselves. So you've accomplished a lot of achievements here, and this energy kind of wants to ride on your success without working themselves. And because all of the knights, there are 4 different knights, are always action oriented, indicating that something will happen. And this particular knight is connecting to, again, these intuitions that we've been having in this tarot story quite frequently. And it is also connecting to the heart. For an example, there perhaps is a jealous partner or ex from the past, because we have a mirror energy present. There is an indication that you're not sharing your gifts with the world, okay? Because you're afraid to show the real you. And expressing yourself authentically seems to be a little bit difficult today. This fear is deeply rooted. Roadblocks of life represented in front of you might even be an ex trying to persuade you in some way, try to make you go in a different direction. If there's nobody physically interacting with you today, they are surely energetically there 100%. So what is this mirroring telling you? This mirroring is kind of reflecting the closed heart and the fear to show the vulnerability. The Knight card is in reverse, so there is an understanding, yet not a clear knowing how to open up. That seemed to be the biggest issue here. Since yesterday's card, today we're kind of disappointed in this relationship because we understand that it's actually mirroring back to us what we need to fix within ourselves. So every time one invests wholeheartedly in something and it doesn't turn out to be quite what we wanted, disappointment will naturally arise. But this doesn't have to mean that we close our hearts, because we've had these expectations and we put a lot of work into it, both when it comes to relationship or even in some cases that when it comes to this mask that we hold as a shield of protecting ourselves when we show up in the world and how we represent ourselves. But when we do this, the cost is so big because we really miss the real connection that will appreciate us the way we are. If we can kind of today see that reflecting back to us, we can see that it reflects to our perfectionist, projecting what we already have within us. And therefore, we're mirroring that to the other. See, if we choose a partner, we have to choose them with all of their flaws. If we can't, it's okay to walk away, but it's important to learn the lesson. What is this relationship present trying to say to me? Is a good question to ask oneself. If we don't feel happy, then it's an unhealthy attachment. It might just be designed to end in a breakup because there were certain lessons that needed to be learned from both parties. Nowadays, more known as karmic relationship. If we look at the knight here depicted on this picture, the young man's cup is reversed, where all emotions are wasted by not expressing them fully. He's not connected to his emotions at all. And if we look at the landscape behind him, you can only see a little river that almost looks like it's going to dry up. The land has become a desert if this heart keeps on closing up in this way. It doesn't matter if this ending is good or bad. What matters here is that there needs to be a clear communication, expression of feelings to let the river flow abundantly for the sake of the future for both parties involved. I send a prayer of peace to everyone that needs to resolve these issues. Let it be love and light and no fights. And as always, beautiful souls, have a wonderful day. Sending love your way. I see you tomorrow.